This is a review of action versus linking verbs and direct objects, complements, and prepositional phrases. If you want to know more about this painting, it is at the Met Gallery in New York City. There are two kinds of verbs in English, action and linking. Let's use these two pictures to illustrate the difference. On one side you have a person, a chef, and on the other side you have a bowl of soup. Action verbs, think about them as doing. The chef does versus a linking verb or a being verb. The soup just is. It's not out there doing anything. The chef does things in the kitchen. The soup just is. It can't do anything. Let's use the cook to see 4 different sentences using action verbs. First of all, the chef cooks the soup. Cooks is an action verb. The chef works in the kitchen. Works is an action verb. The chef wears a uniform. Wears is an action verb. The chef tastes the soup. In this sentence, tastes is an action verb because the chef is doing something. Let's turn back to the bowl of soup. The soup is hot. The soup is tomato bisque. The soup is in the bowl. The soup tastes spicy. Now, tastes is a linking verb in this sentence because the soup isn't doing anything. We could as easily say the soup is spicy and have virtually the same meaning. Now let's look at them in a little more detail. For both action and linking verbs, the basic format is the same. Action has subject plus action verb plus something, some words for the complete meaning. Linking verbs have a subject plus a linking verb plus complete meaning. Let's look at action verbs and linking verbs because they have something in common. In both cases, the complete meaning can be a prepositional phrase. For example, the chef works in the kitchen. In the kitchen is a prepositional phrase. The soup is in the bowl. In the bowl is a prepositional phrase. The chef works at Durant's. At Durant's is a prepositional phrase. The soup is on the table. On the table is a prepositional phrase. Notice the words in blue, in, at, and on, are all common prepositions. If you see them in a sentence, look at the words that follow. They will be the prepositional phrase. And the last word will be either a noun, sometimes a pronoun. Other common prepositions, we have at, in, of, on, for, from, to, and with. There are many more prepositions, but these are some of the most common. Now, we said that action and linking verbs can both have a complete meaning with prepositional phrases, but only action verbs can have direct objects as the complete meaning. Whenever you have an action verb, ask this question: what or who does the subject plus base verb. Let's look at an example. The chef cooks the soup. What does the chef cook? The soup. Soup is the direct object. Let's look at another sentence. The chef wears a uniform. What does the chef wear? A uniform. Uniform is the direct object. Let's turn to linking verbs. With linking verbs, if the complete meaning is not a prepositional phrase, it might be a complement. The soup is hot. Hot is what part of speech? It's an adjective. Sometimes the complement describes the subject. So if you have an adjective after a linking verb, it's probably the complement. Look at another example. The soup is tomato bisque. That's a kind of flavor. Tomato bisque is a noun. Sometimes the complement renames the subject. So if you have a noun after a linking verb, you probably have a complement. Let's summarize. Action verbs are doing verbs. Linking verbs are just being verbs. Both of them have the same format, subject plus verb plus complete meaning. With both of them, the complete meaning can be a prepositional phrase. With action verbs, the complete meaning can be a direct object. And remember, direct objects are nouns and sometimes pronouns. A direct object is never an adjective. On the other side, we have linking verbs. If our complete meaning is not a preposition, it's probably a complement. Now remember, a complement can be a noun or a pronoun, or it can be an adjective. And remember, a direct object is never an adjective. Now let's see if we can apply what you've just learned. I have two pictures here. I have a florist and I have 3 roses in a vase. Now the florist can do things. She can go to the garden. She can smell flowers. She can cut flowers. She can plant flowers. She can make bouquets. All of these things are action verbs. Now a vase of flowers is not going to do much. It is pretty. It may smell good, but it's not going to be doing anything. Now on this slide, we have one side action, one side linking, and then 3 sentences under each side. A florist works in a garden. A florist smells flowers. The florist feels the stem. Under linking, the rose is in the vase. The flowers smell good. The stem feels fresh. What I want you to do is look at these sentences and decide in each sentence whether you have a direct object for action verbs, a complement for linking verbs, or with either verb whether you have a prepositional phrase. Go ahead and hit pause on the screen so you can think about this. In a garden and in the vase are both prepositional phrases. with our sentence, a florist smells flowers, we ask, because we have an action verb, what does the florist smell? She smells flowers. Flowers is our direct object. The florist feels the stem. We have an action verb, feels. What does the florist feel? She feels the stem. She wants to see if the flowers are fresh. On the other side, the flowers smell good. Good is an adjective, so we know it's not a direct object. It is a complement. Similarly, the stem feels fresh. Fresh is another adjective, so it is a complement as well. Now look at this picture. We have a woman touching some fabric, and here are three sentences. The fabric is on the table, the woman feels the fabric, and the fabric feels soft. First, identify whether each verb is action or linking. Pause the verb for a moment so you can think about that. In the first sentence, is a linking verb. The verb to be is always a linking verb. In the second sentence, feels is an action verb because the woman is doing something. In the last sentence, we have the verb feels again. How do we know that this time feels is a linking verb? Well, first of all, we have fabric, and fabric doesn't usually do things. But more importantly, look at the word after the verb, soft. Soft is an adjective, and we know that action verbs do not have adjectives after them. Next, I want you to identify what the words following the verbs are. Do you have prepositional phrases? Do you have complements, or do you have direct objects? Go ahead and pause the video for a second and think about that. On the table is a prepositional phrase. Fabric is the direct object because we can ask, what does the woman feel? She feels the fabric. Fabric is a direct object. And the fabric feels soft. Soft is the complement. One more example. Here I have a taco and first prize. The three sentences are, the taco looks good, the taco is in his hand, and the taco won first prize. Again, first decide whether you have action or linking verbs. I'm going to pause it to give you a moment. Pause the video. Looks is a linking verb. The taco looks good. Good is an adjective, so looks has to be a linking verb. The taco is in his hand. Is always a linking verb. And the last one, normally tacos don't do much, but in this case, the taco won first prize, so the taco did something. Now pause and tell me whether you have complements, direct objects, or prepositional phrases. And here we go. Good is a complement, in his hand is a prepositional phrase, and prize is a direct